everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I am excited to bring you another video. This is the third video in the series of week 2 of Easter treats. This week I'm concentrating on punches and dies. As you can see, we're going to be using 2 punches here. We're going to need a little bit of ink and 2 die sets. Now I love this die set and I've used it yesterday and the day before for my videos, so definitely check them out. And this is called the Pierce Blooms dies, and I love using them. It's what I did for the flower wreath around the bunny's head. And this is the flower that I used, and then I used the centers from this die right here. So you can get a lot of use out of this die set. I used it for the last 2 days worth of projects, so definitely check out this Pierce Blooms dies. Then I also used this little teardrop shape out of the pansy dies. They're a great die set if you want to use them for spring, since pansies are the first real flowers besides daffodils, right? Because they're a winter flower and they do well. So this is a perfect flower to use. But definitely check out these little teardrop shapes. It's what I use to do the tops of the bunny's little feet. So this is the other die set, the pansy dies. All right, we are making this cute treat holder to wrap a Hershey's milk chocolate. This one has almonds. You could do the plain milk chocolate bars. So this is what we will be doing today. We're going to use these 2 punches as well. I'm going to show you what to do, so definitely stick with me. I hope that you will stay and watch me make this adorable treat holder. I'm going to move the bunny off to the side here where you can still see, but we need some room to work, right? So let's go ahead and get started. The main part of our holder is the wrap around the bunny. So this piece is 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and it's a piece of crumb cake cardstock. And what we are going to do is we are going to take our chocolate bar here. We're going to kind of put it a little bit off to one side, and we are going to wrap this. Now, before we do that and put a nice crease in it, we're going to kind of break the fibers of the paper down by running this bone folder against it, which helps it curl. You can see how it's curling there. We're going to do the same to the other side. And by doing that, like I said, it just breaks down the fibers. But we're definitely going to put this in the middle, and then we're going to wrap one end around. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. The really cool thing about these Hershey bars is that you can buy them in bulk at like a warehouse if you want to make a bunch of these for coworkers. They're a really fun project to do. So we are going to wrap this around like you see. So let's go ahead and we're going to put adhesive on both ends right here to secure this into place. All right. So let's go ahead and open it. This side here, which is going to wrap a little past this point, is going to get adhesive. And then this section is also going to get adhesive. We're going to leave the milk chocolate bar in there to help us have something to press onto. So we're going to run a line of this multi-purpose adhesive right on this end. Just make sure I get it all the way up and down. Good. And then we're going to run a line of it right here as well. Okay. And I'm just running the tip without squeezing it anymore to really just press that adhesive down this line. So we're going to hold this piece into place against this candy bar. We're going to bring this piece over. And the most important thing is that these edges line up. So we're going to push those together. And same with this side, push those edges together. And then the rest of the candy bar, if we just stroke across with our whole hand, that will help to adhere it. We would just want these points here, these 2 end pieces, to really grab. And then this piece adheres to itself as well. Now, this is going to be the top of our holder. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. Where this part is where we can grab our candy bar out. So we want to tuck that so you can't see, but where the recipient can open and grab their fingers. This one's not wanting to cooperate, but let's see if I can get it to. Let me pull the candy bar out a little bit. Slide it from the bottom. You want to make sure that this section of your candy bar here is pulled where the recipient can slide it out of the wrapper. So just push it down so that you can't see that edge. And then we're going to put adhesive at this bottom. So we're going to run a line of adhesive. And the bottom is going to be sealed so that the wrapper doesn't fall out. I'm going to put the adhesive on both sides, even though I really don't need it. But I'm going to go ahead and squeeze this into place. And we want this side to adhere flat. Just like that. Okay. So I'm just gonna push that into place. You can use your bone folder also, just to flatten that section, and then we can push the candy bar down a little bit, but we wanna make sure that we can still grab this gold piece to pull our candy bar out from the top, okay? All right, so now we have this whole candy wrapped. We are going to use some crumb cake ink. We're going to go around the whole wrapper and we're just going to highlight coloring. You can see that my bunny here has color all the way around, and that was done with a sponge dauber that we're just going to dip into this ink here, and we're going to go around and deposit this darker color ink. Well, it's the same color as the paper, but when you concentrate it like this, it gets nice and dark. We're going to run it around. And this just fits on your finger, so you can just hold on to it. And I'm also going to do this top section. Okay, so now my bunny has a little coloring on his body. I'm going to leave this out because we're going to use it for other pieces, but I'm just going to close it temporarily and open it in a minute. All right, so now we have to do all the parts and pieces, right? We got to do the eyes and the ears and the feet. I've already die cut. I have them in a baggie so that I wouldn't lose them. Here's all the floral pieces. So we have 2 of the Pool Party and 2 of the Fresh Freesia. And then we have our white pieces here. If I can get them separated, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are for the flower centers. And then these are for the toes. They're not really toes. They're actually the pads, aren't they? All right, so we're going to take a strip, which is just a scrap piece of cardstock, and we are going to do the 2 ears and the 2 feet. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to do, for the ears, we need 2 of those, and for the feet, we need 2 of those. Let's see if I can fit another one in here. We'll see. If not, it'll be okay. I'm going to show you how we're going to edit that anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's not a full piece. So there's the one that's not full. I'm going to leave that to the side. Okay, and then we need the round pieces, or the smooth pieces, I should say, not round, for the inner ear. So we need 2 of those. Let's get this in here. There's 1. I'm going to turn it this way and get the second one. So there's the bunny's ears. And that's 1 foot. That's going to be the other foot. We have to also get 2 pieces. There's another one. for the feet. Okay, so those are the white pieces that we need. These are the little pads on the feet, so we don't need that. All right, we need 2 eyeballs. Those are going to be punched with a 1/2 inch circle punch. Stampin' Up! Does not carry these anymore, but you can get them anywhere really, and I'm sure most of you have them if you're crafters. A 1/2 inch circle punch. So we need 2 of those. That's for the eyeballs. And then we need 1 out of a piece of crumb cake, and that's going to become the lids for the bunny's eyes. And then we also need the 2 black sections for the eyes, and that is with a 1/4 inch circle punch. So this is a very old punch. They're the whale type punches. I don't know if you know what those are, but this is a 1/4 inch circle. So there's that, or a regular hole punch. So that's the 2 eyeballs. And now we have to do this section here for the paws. So let's go ahead and get that piece in there. We also have to do a heart. So I'm going to do the heart first. We're going to slide in this scrap paper here. Oops. Here we go. We're going to get a heart punched out. So there's that one. And then we're going to do, grab my scissor here, and we need 1 smooth oval from the oval punch, which are going to be the paws. So when we're all done here, I'm going to lay it all out so that you guys can see all the pieces and parts that we need. Now this heart is from the double heart pack. You get 2 punches. You get a scalloped heart and a smooth one. And then this piece here, let me just cut a long strip. We don't need very much, so I'm just going to trim it out of this scrap. And we're going to need 1 of these. So we'll slide this in our punch here, and we'll get 1 of these. And then I'm going to show you all the pieces. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, you can. All right. So here's our bunny. So those are the die cut pieces, and then we have 6 of these pansy petal teardrops, which are die cut. So let's get those in line there so you can see those. We have 2 of these and 2 of these and 1 of these. And then we have 4 ovals in white. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ovals in crumb cake, which don't pretend that's a full oval. Then we need a smooth and a heart. So grab a screenshot of that real quick so that you know all the pieces that you need for your bunny. All right, now I'm going to show you, we're going to make these a little smaller. The ears are not as big as the feet. I mean, the ears are bigger than the feet, so we need to make the feet a little smaller. So we're going to open this punch, and we're going to take this and we're going to slide it in like so. And I'm going to grab it with my finger, and I'm just going to pull it inside till it gets just about there. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a punch, and that takes away a portion from the bottom, as you can see. Let's do it one more time so that you guys can see it. I'm going to grab here, and I'm just going to take it about till my finger touches this end. And there is the other foot. There is the scrap. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with 2 of these. These are fine. They're going to get attached in there, but these we have to make smaller. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slide it into the punch until we get a portion. That one's a little long. Let me make it a little shorter. There we go. We'll slide that in from this side into our punch. Come on, work with me. Punch. There we go. That should be good. All right, so there's that. If you hear this noise, it's this bunny. I have my daughter's bunny in here with me. He hangs out with me. This one is going to stay full size. We are going to cut it in half. I'll show you that in a second, but let's go ahead and alter with this punch. So to make this part of the face here, I needed this section of the punch. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. We're going to insert it in. I have to trim it. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm putting it in this punch. I'm putting it in this oval punch. I just got myself misconstrued. All right, so we're going to slide it in from this side, and we're just going to trim off a section. I got to find it. Let's see if I can get it in here. There we go. We're going to give it a little snip right here because we just want this portion, and then I'm going to use my scissors to finish rounding it out. So let's go ahead, and there's our heart piece. So we're just going to trim it. Like so, and then I'm going to round these points instead of leaving them pointy. But I really thought that the heart punch worked the best. All right, so now take another screenshot. Let me snip this little rounded piece a little better. All right, so there's my heart. This one's gonna get cut in half, so we're gonna just go down the middle, cut that one in half. This one's also gonna get cut straight down the middle. All right, so those are our pieces now. If you want to get another screenshot, I'm going to move these out of the way. And then for the paws, those points that are sticking right here, I'm just going to trim them slightly, just to round them rather than have them have those peaks on the side. So there's one, and here's the other one. Whoops. Here's one. All right, so that is what we're going to start gluing together. Let me get all my scrap paper in the trash from these punched pieces. We are also going to be using some twine, and it comes from the Playful Pets. And the Playful Pets combo pack has a red ribbon, and then it has this really cool black and white twine. So definitely check out the Playful Pets ribbon combo pack. It's in the annual catalog. You can check it out on my website. That's what it's called, Playful Pets ribbon combo pack. So that's what we're going to be using for this when we get to that point. Okay, let me move the punches out of the way. We are done with those. We are going to be gluing together these pieces, but before we do so, we're going to go ahead and open our ink pad again, use our dauber, and we're going to go around the edges of the ears. I'm going to leave this white piece, do this one. It just helps to give the bunny a little bit more character, for him to have more than one shade. So that's for that ear. I'm going to go around the feet. That gets put in there. And then we're going to go around that one. Now let's do the paws. These are the little hands on our bunny. Around his little jowl, I guess is what this is. This little puffy face, little chubby fat face. Like I said, we have a bunny. Ours is black. His name is Jasper, and he hangs out with me in my craft room when I'm in here. He's so cute. I just love him to death. I'm also gonna go, even though this is a very small piece, it really helps it so much to be highlighted. Okay, and this is the last piece that I'm going to be putting this crumb cake ink onto. So we can get that dauber out of the way and the ink pad. And then let me bring my silicone mat in because we're going to start gluing pieces together. So let's glue these. We're going to put some adhesive on our ear. And I'm going to stick this towards the bottom, just like that. Let's put on our other one. There's our ears. Let's do the little pads of the feet. This bunny is so cute. I hope you enjoy this project. This was one of my favorite ones to put together this week. I just think he has such character. All right, let's do the pads. All right, so we're gonna use my tweezer. I like to use this when I use small pieces. So I'm gonna pick up one of these teardrops and put a dot of glue on the back. And we are going to put it in the middle first. We'll start with the middle. Grab another one. And one more. And then this little foot will be done. And then we can do the other one. And then it's just assembly. So the hard part is getting all your pieces gathered together, but it wasn't too hard, was it? Come on. My glue doesn't want to come out. There we go. So there is the middle. And then we can do either side. That one has quite a bit on there, so I definitely want to get it off before I start. What I love about the silicone mat is that you can put adhesive down onto it like that, how I just did, and now I can pick up adhesive and use it on this one. All right, so there is, whoops, the third little pad. Okay, so there's the feet. Let's put the eyes together. So we're gonna grab this little circle, and I'm gonna pick up some more adhesive. Whoops. Let's put a little square on there. Gonna grab a little bit, not too much, just a dab, and we're gonna put that in the center of the eye. And let's grab this one. Also put a little bit of adhesive on the back, center of the eye. And then we have to put the little eyelids on that we shaded. So I'm gonna pick up some of this adhesive that's on my silicone mat. And this is going to get attached so that it's even with the top of the circle and it's half onto the eyeball. And if you need to hold it in your hands and wiggle it into place, you can do that. So there's one eye. And let's do the other one. Go ahead and grab some adhesive and make sure that this eyeball is ready to go. All right, let's assemble our flower pieces. So I'm gonna move this glue. We'll need it in a minute, but not yet. We're gonna be using mini glue dots, and we're gonna put those on the backs of these die cut pieces. So we'll put one on the back of each. These are not glue dots. Oh my goodness, I just realized what I said. These are mini dimensionals. So we're gonna put one on the back of each, and then we're gonna center those. I'm gonna use my take your pick tool. We're gonna pull the backs off of these little mini dimensionals. This one wants to stay stuck to my finger. 2 more to go. 1 and 2. Okay, so those are the backs, and now we're going to attach those onto our flowers. So I'm just going to flip them over. We'll put one on each. right. Almost there. These little paws are going to get some lines in them. I'm going to use my Stampin' Up markers out of my neutrals, and I'm just going to do some little lines here for the paws of the bunny. So those 3 little lines. On the face here, I'm just going to come down, and I'm going to give it a little curve. And then I'm just going to put 3 little dots randomly on the little cheeks. All right, and that is all the drawing that we will be doing except for the eyeballs. I'm using our Stampin' Chalk marker, which is a nice thick white marker, and I'm just going to put a dot in that black piece of the eye here. I'm just going up and down, pouncing it into a circle, just to give the eye a little more life. All right, it's time to glue all of our parts and pieces onto our chocolate bar. All right, we're gonna move these over. And here is our chocolate bar. So we'll start with the ears. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna curl them a little bit with my bone folder. And we are going to attach these at the top like so. So I'm gonna use my wet adhesive, and I'm just gonna put it on this lower section. I'm gonna hold that in place for a second. There's one ear. And then we'll do the other one. And there is the second ear. And I'm just gonna hold that into place till it sets. Perfect. Now let's work our way to the bottom. We're gonna do the feet. Same way, I'm gonna just bend them slightly so they're propped up, and we're gonna put adhesive at the bottom section, and we'll put one foot and then the other one. You can see our little bunny is coming to life. All right, let's do the paws. So these are going to get attached approximately right there. And they're going to stick off the side, which is fine. We're just going to put adhesive mostly on the whole piece. And then we're going to stick that little paw, let the side stick up. We're going to wait till the end, and then we're going to finish gluing that on the side. We just want this adhesive to really be stuck down first before we glue that corner piece down. So it's okay if they stick up for right now. So there's the little bunny hands. Now we need to put its little face on, right? So let's go ahead and start there. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this over and put some adhesive. And we will attach the little bottom of the face. You see how it's coming together quite nicely. Now we're going to switch to the top, and we are going to do the flowers. Now these flowers are glued down onto the piece, and I started by curling these little petals up with my fingers. I'm just using my fingers to kind of like cause them to sit up a little bit. And we're going to glue these into place. So I'm going to start with just putting a little bit of adhesive in the center part here of the petal, right in the middle on the back. And we'll start this one right here, and we're just going to press it into place. Now I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to put it on this end. Same thing, right in the center. Put it into place. Get that to stick nicely. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to put this purple flower in. Same thing, just in that middle section. And we're going to kind of slide it in between like that. I'm going to move that one. I think I'm going to put it this direction. And then we have one more to go. Let's go ahead and glue it into place. And this one we will place here wherever it fits so that it'll be nice and cute on our bunny. Come on, stick for me. There we go. All right, so there's, whoops, our flowers. Let's hold it a little minute longer so that it'll set. All right, let's move this one over just a hair. There we go. All right, so there's our florals. We can pop them up once this has been secured. So let's go ahead and do the nose. I'm going to show you how I did that, because all we have left to do are put the eyes on our bunny. So the nose and the whiskers is with this piece. So I'm going to get it so that it's even in 3 strips across. So I'm just going to get it to be approximately the same. I'm going to lay it down for you to see. So there's the 3 pieces, wiggled so that they're straight. I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to put a knot in the center. So I'm going to not cut them yet. I'm just going to twist it around my finger like if it was a balloon that you were trying to close, you know, those latex balloons that you try and close when you have a party. So we're going to wrap that around, and there's my 3 pieces, and I'm going to just hold on to the ends. I'm going to make sure that my knot is in the center, and I'm just going to slowly move it and slowly pull on it so that all 3 pieces are in the center like that. And then that is the little nose of our bunny. So this is going to go right here. You can see the whiskers, and I'm going to trim those. But first I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on this nose. I'm going to get a mini glue dot. And when you have this kind of piece, you definitely want to use a mini glue dot. They stick really well to things like this. So we'll go ahead and put the mini glue dot right there in the center. And once it's in place, now we can bring our scissor in and we can trim those bowed ends. And then you can decide how long you want your bunny's whiskers to be. I'm going to leave them for right now, and we're going to go ahead and glue the eyes into place. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of both of these eyes. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers that I've been using here. And we'll put one. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me wipe this adhesive off. I think I used the mini dimensionals or the regular size dimensionals, but it's okay. I'm just going to wipe most of the adhesive off onto my silicone mat here so that I can put that dimensional in the back. Let me grab those. So we're going to grab 2 of these. That way they stick up a little bit past the nose. That's why I think I did use the dimensionals. I got carried away with my wet adhesive since that's what I mostly use. So we're going to grab the backs off of these dimensionals. There's one. Here's the other one. Sorry if I got out of camera there for a second. I think I did. I'm not quite sure. So we're going to put one of the little eyes in place. And then the other one. I'm going to hold it, make sure that I want them. Yep, just like that. I think I'm going to leave these whiskers long. Now, these pieces that are sticking off the end, we are going to tuck those in. Now that this is set, I'm going to bend that. You can see how I bent that on the side. I'm going to bend this one. And when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my wet adhesive, and I'm going to put a little bit behind this tip. If I can get it flowing here, let's see. Let's try one more time. For some reason, it doesn't want to come out. Let's see. There must be something clogging the tip. Let me see if I can get it going. All right, one more try. Let's see if I can shake it out. Sorry guys for the delay. All right, try this one more time. Okay, so there's a little piece there and a little piece there. And I'm going to press that up against this edge and hold that into place. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Gonna remove a little bit of that adhesive, it's too much. There we go. So I'm gonna hold that there in the back and get those to really adhere on the sides there. And then you can see that the candy bar stays open at the top, but no one can see that from the front. So the recipient can just grab their candy bar and then leave your little wrapper in place. Isn't it so cute? I'm gonna move the silicone mat out of the way. There's the little hands. All right, don't forget about the Pierce Blooms dies that we used today. We also used the double oval and the heart pack. I appreciate it if you would go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com, and definitely check out my blog there. I do blog every day, and there's always inspiration for you. This is day 3 of the second week of Easter projects, this time just punches and dies. Last week I used the Easter Friends stamp set, so if you haven't seen those videos, check those out as well. I appreciate you being here with me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, comment, and share my video, and definitely subscribe so that you can get more content and you will get notifications on YouTube of when I post new videos. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below or send me an email. My email is linked in the description below. And all the products can be purchased on my online store. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!